Hey, welcome back to another Ping Pong Flakes Tidbit. My name is Chris Wong. Justice League has come and gone since November of 2017, and since then there has been many rumors and stories about DARKSEID was supposed to appear in Justice League. Of course, we've heard about those rumors before Justice League came out, but then they were squashed completely when we watched the film and Steppenwolf uttered one word for DARKSEID, and that was it. That's all he said, and that's all that was ever referred to DARKSEID. But even then, we kind of knew that DARKSEID may have appeared, but we didn't know how much was actually filmed. How much did Zack Snyder actually put into the work of having DARKSEID appear in the film? And thanks to knowing what we know now from SnyderCon, where Zack Snyder himself had revealed that DARKSEID was supposed to be there, and that DARKSEID was supposed to kill Lois Lane in part 2 or part 3, it was for sure that we have been had. We've been had by Warner Brothers, and they completely took out that concept. But then we didn't know how far he really gone until film Exiles actually got a hold of a source that said that Ray Porter was supposed to be DARKSEID, and Zack Snyder had confirmed that in a way. Ray Porter also had confirmed that in a way, in such a way that they wouldn't get in trouble with NDAs. But we all know here and clear that Ray Porter was indeed DARKSEID. We also just found out just recently that Exiles, or Young DARKSEID, was actually fully rendered within the history lesson. We only had a concept art of Exiles before, but now it's in combination with a fully rendered scene that Zack Snyder put out. We know for sure that DARKSEID was a little bit more within the story in itself. But what's interesting today, and this is all thanks to Will Rowland, who put out a 21 gigantic epic little video, kind of like a documentary of from where we started with the release of Snyder Cut movement to where we ended up now. It's a great homage to the whole thing and tribute to his Zack Snyder's daughter, Autumn Snyder, who took her life during the production of Justice League. So you guys should definitely check it out. I'll link that video, that Facebook video, in the description below. But from that video, at the very end, Will Rowland put in a little bit of Ray Porter actually talking about Project Comic-Con and to release a certain cut.
Project Comic-Con. Release the release the Snyder Cut.
I'd like to thank Ray Porter for literally lending his voice to the movement. Now from that, you can kind of hear that he kind of tapped into what we are saying is the DARKSEID voice. And that is exciting. But for a lot of us, this is the first time we've ever heard the DARKSEID voice. We know he got motion captured. We know they got audio from him for DARKSEID, and that DARKSEID was supposed to be in the movie, but they took it out. And now we got his voice finally. But have we heard this voice before? As we know, in the Comic-Con trailer for Justice League, there is a speech in there that people always wondered if that was either Steppenwolf or DARKSEID. That voice said, "No protectors here, no lanterns, no Kryptonians. This world will fall like all the others." And we all figured that was Steppenwolf. And for the most part, it does kind of sound like Ciarán Hinds, as you have that little accent within there. It's an Irish accent as opposed to Ray Porter's American accent. But it feels guttural. It sounds more guttural. It sounds deeper, and actually some of the words don't even match each other. Like "no protectors here," the voice for "no protectors here," it sounds higher than the voice that says "no Kryptonian." So it does make you wonder if Ray Porter actually voiced that part, those lines, or some of the lines in that Justice League Comic-Con trailer. And it doesn't actually help when he actually likes other comments himself. And he also threw a little hint in itself by tweeting this out: "No effects here, no reverb, no EQ," in which is almost hinting like he actually said those words. No protectors here, no lanterns, no Kryptonian. Now, if that's true, then that means we've heard Darkseid's voice all along, seeing as that entire line does not show up at all in the Justice League movie. Or another theory is for people who don't believe that that's actually Darkseid's voice, because they really believe that that is an Irish accent, really believe that's Ciarán Hinds' voice. It could be that Steppenwolf actually also, or Ciarán Hinds, actually redid those lines in his voice by taking out Ray Porter's Darkseid voice. Maybe Ray Porter actually recorded those words, but when Warner Brothers knew that they were going to take him out of the film, they got Ciarán Hinds to do those lines instead. Hopefully we'll know when the release of Snyder Cut actually happens and we get to see Justice League, the Snyder Cut, that Zack Snyder worked very hard, and hopefully we'll finally see the truth of who said those lines. But the most important part, we get to see Darkseid, a live action Darkseid in a Justice League movie. For people who aren't even a fan of Zack Snyder, who are DC fans in general, you have to be just entirely curious about seeing live action Darkseid on screen for the first time in a Justice League movie. Well, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that those lines, no protectors here, actually came from Ray Porter, or did it come from Ciarán Hinds? Let me know down in the comments below, and thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time on the next tidbit.